not picking up a single victory the entire way through. They came tantalizingly close a couple of times, unable to convert. Our next team will be going home after this series. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 0-2 pool. And yeah, it's all on the line right now. Into the Breach haven't shown up so far. Just to look at the 3D Max results as well, they lost to Falcons 13-8, and then Koi 13-8 as well. So still not great results, but a little bit more compelling to what Into the Breach are putting down here. Let's get into the action, shall we? It's going to be a lot of fun, I hope. I don't want to see any blowouts today. We want to see both teams turning up, hungry, passionate, ready to perform, as the T-side pistol now from the French side will be deployed. They've got themselves a single smoke and a flashbang here as well. And into the Breach we go indeed.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, a couple of good kills going their way. Hachi will get one in return. Still not really done yet. misutaaa also chiming in. There's a bit of a crossfire setup here for the CT side, and it's working out beautifully for them. misutaaa, right place, right time. You could see the problem there for 3D Max and having to fight left and right at the same time, like the communication all over the place. Nobody really knows where to double down. So I think they were just overworked. Too many people for ITB showing up at the same time.
Very nice. Into the Breach. Off to a flying start there. Very convincing pistol. No bomb planted. Suggests it should be the full eco for 3D Max going forward here. So just a single Desert Eagle purchased by Maka. Glocks otherwise, no Kevlar. Should be a bit of a walk in the park here. But just to know, Into the Breach are focused on the lesser of the weaponry options here. MP9s for 3 players, a FAMAS for misutaaa. And that does mean up against the AKs going forward, they are going to have a bit of a rough ride in terms of the one-on-one duels. But that's neither here nor there. For now, they're going to focus on round number 2. Up against this full eco objective, keep this as close as possible, and ideally farm as much cash as you can with those SMGs.
Yeah, but really, Max, you know, going through the standard stuff here, right? Just play it slow, let them use the grenades, make sure they have to spend a little bit extra cash just waiting it out. You all know this by now. If you're watching the Major, you definitely understand how these kind of rounds play out. We'll see if they could do any kind of damage here. It all counts at the end of it. Djoko to get a good little kill there. Some deagles on the other side, or at least one of them. We'll see if they can land even a single headshot. He does have some backup, so while Pyjamas is reloading, Molotov is coming in on top. It's all looking pretty well oiled at the moment. misutaaa will pick up the last couple of kills, and there's not a single casualty on the CT side. So far, so good, but like you hinted at, the real danger is going to be coming up in this round where the AKs are coming out.
Yeah. The fact that no one goes down, obviously it's great, but as mentioned, no one will be upgrading those SMGs now, so I'm expecting something not necessarily aggressive, just an idea, a concept of the CT side. Where are they going to establish control on the map? Maybe they're going to go for a little excursion down towards that banana, get some serious control, have the close-range battles with the SMGs. Time will tell. I'd assume it's a bit of a pocket strap from 3D Max as well, knowing they've got this superior firepower. And here comes the aforementioned aggression, and there's deep smoke down towards middle and tucking themselves in that SMG. It's Rallen to get first contact, but not if Crucial can beat him to the punch. That's a nice kill through the smoke. The opening frag goes in favor of ITB.
Oh, it's so devastating, isn't it? You're not even making it through the smoke, really. Rallen's still all the way up. He's going to win the fight, but he will get flanked right as he got that kill. Exercise able to pick him up, so 3 versus 4 still a chance, but the Molotov will slow them down. They're being pushed right into Crucial. I don't think Hachi is even thinking about this. Yeah, he wasn't even looking for it. Good trade still, but they're running out of players.
I'm liking this from Into the Breach. They're playing with some confidence here. This is exactly the sort of round they had to present. Sabotage whatever default or set piece 3D Max had in mind, and they've done exactly that. Nice movement from Crucial. Getting towards the bedroom, they had no idea of his position. He maintains that man advantage. 3 versus 2 now, 50 seconds. misutaaa is playing with a ton of confidence right now. I'm enjoying this. Not sitting back in those crossfires. Actively moving around the map here. Trying to sniff out the remaining 2 on 3D Max. 40 seconds here. Exercise has managed to get basic mid control. In terms of utility, they still have 2 smokes available and the incendiary. Back towards banana we go. That's actually the correct choice. You can see that's actually wide open. They get a bomb plant here, Anders. The retake with 2 MP9s and a FAMAS is going to be compromised, to say the very least.
What a wild adventure for misutaaa to not find anyone. That's so unlikely. Normally, he would have spotted one of them and just at least been able to call it out. I can't believe he went all the way through the middle like that and didn't even get a glimpse of somebody. But he's really close by. Yeah, this could be working out. They can't really slow it down, but they get the headshot and the bomb's being planted, lined up inside. Oh no, it's not being planted. A perfect kill coming out there. Pyjamas able to pick up the last one as well, but the first kill through the smoke, that was everything. It must have been a second or less on that bomb plant.
Excellent round from Into the Breach. assertive, confident, whatever you want to call it. It works out very nicely for them. Didn't sit back, didn't rest on the laurels. Pushing down towards middle, aggressive smokes, continuing to force the issue around the map, making things stifling and uncomfortable with 3D Max as we go 3-0. No bomb planted, and bear in mind, Exercise died after time there as well. So he's down to 950, we'll have to take the full eco. And in terms of the other purchases, I'm not seeing a ton out here for the T-side. They've got some basic Kevlar, a few upgraded pistols, and not necessarily a rush either, but going to be trying to find something towards the mid area. Pushing through the smokes in the utility, there will be Djoko going down first, courtesy of Crucial.
Yeah, it's trying to put some bit of speed behind. Actually, it could have worked out. I think the H-Sheets really slowed them down from the pace that they were trying to set here with the Tech 9s. M4A1s finding a little bit of trouble in getting the kills as quick as you'd like, so they're running out of bullets just a tiny bit. Maka's getting another kill. That's not bad at all, actually. Going straight for the bomb plant. I don't think he's going to be able to win the round. He's just so low on health already. But at a minimum, they've done some damage. There were no more MP9s in this round. They actually could have used one or two because I think they would have had a better chance of getting those kills at top mid than with the M4s. They were missing a lot of those shots, but still, 3 kills and a bomb plant. It's a pretty good start here.
There's still a chance, but Maka not looking the right direction. 2 players with trade potential towards short will continue the streak here for Into the Breach. 4-0 tournament life on the line. Both of these teams 0-2 right now in the pool. It's been pretty underwhelming for Into the Breach. At the same amount of rounds they've got in the entire tournament, Anders, right now. So Into the Breach lost 13-1 and 13-3, so they've actually bested their total amount of rounds already.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's worth really highlighting what you said. I mean, the tournament life here, right? For these players, this is everything right now. Yeah. Like, it's probably hard to calculate the emotional catastrophe it is if we end up losing here. Like, it means so much. Obviously, for most players, these 2 teams aren't going to be the favorites to make it through and qualify for the major. But in terms of just the individuals that are involved here, this is the highlight of the year for them right now.
You want to make a statement, right? Like,
yeah.
Eyes are on you. You want to show what you've been working on. You don't get a lot of opportunities if you're 3D Max Into the Breach, not in every tournament. It's very important part of their calendar here at the RMR. It's been an absolutely woeful start for both teams, but still not out of it yet. We're into the best of 3s at this stage. First map of this particular one, and we'll see if Into the Breach can keep the dream alive. Right now we've got young Joey, Crucial, double stacked in towards the apartments of Rylan, veteran of the squad, many majors under his belt. As they look for the apartments probe and covering that boiler position as well. It's Britt Thomas patrolling the arch side. See defensively as well. This wants to block them off as long as possible. Might go for a little swing here.
It's actually pretty successful, even just with the Molotov. Exercise going down. That's Rylan peeking out aggressively, but Thomas is going to get caught off guard anyway. I did like this from Rylan. It was a pretty cool little move, but it's still a 4 versus 4. Bomb looking to be planted. If they can get around that short side, but they're slowed down. They're not really sure where to go at the moment. And down to 35 seconds, another smoke this time to really slow them down. It's a bit of a disaster, actually.
It's a very nice smoke. Less than 30 seconds. They might just have to push through it. What's the final play here? Because A is under lock and key. You've got the crucial AWP in the apartments. You're not making any moves there. They're just saving their weapons.
There's another Molotov. If they wanted to push through, I don't think they're going to be allowed to. There's a bit of a peek. Crucial. Oh, he can't get back around the corner. 10 seconds on the clock. He could have dropped the Molotov, but he just wasn't able to run quite quick enough. Maka on his own.
Nice.
He does get the shot, but he's run out of time. 5 more seconds, and he could have been down there planting the bomb, but he just didn't have it, unfortunately.
Wow. That's another really nice round from Into the Breach. Like, they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. They understand what they're up against. They've got these nice aggressive setups. 3D Max don't look comfortable in their defaults whatsoever. They're unable to get basic map control, Anders. Like, they're locked out of the apartment, they're locked out of middle.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can see they're just uncomfortable here. 30 seconds on the clock, just having to push through smoke. Sure, Djoko got a nice kill here, but the round was anything but secure. It's lucky to get a fadeaway frag, but there was no time to plant. Early days here, but 5-0 for Into the Breach. Who have now got more rounds than they got in their previous 2 games combined, as we do see a Maka AWP, but it looks to be a tactical timeout for the French.
And there was a palpable level of discomfort in that round for them, right? You can tell getting smoked off in apartments, not really sure what's happening.
That's a really nice smoke, huh?
It is a sick smoke, and you know they're reduced to trying to wallbang through just to try and do anything because they don't even know there's no other plan, right? There's nowhere else on the map that they're taking any control. That's a bit early to find yourself that lost on the T side. Hopefully they can recover it. Timeout, probably a good idea right now. 5-0. And like we introduced this whole game with saying, Into the Breach had 4 rounds in their last 2 best of ones combined. So they've really not been doing all that much at the RMR so far. It's good to see them really wake up here. Pyjamas at 8-1. Usually is a safe pair of hands to get a couple of kills, so maybe not too surprising that he's the one stepping it up, but yeah, so far none of them really have. Crucial also been missing from some of the earlier games. Like we said, the whole team's pretty much been having a tough time.
No one's really stepped up. This is their best showing by far.
Yeah.
3D Max, certainly recoverable. Not in the danger zone just yet, but you're getting there. Still, very quiet at the start. This is absolutely fine. They're just letting the CTs expend the majority of their offensive utility at the start. But you can see 3 players towards a T-step still. They're going to try and retake the banana area, push those CTs back. But there's 2 players. It's going to be misutaaa and Pyjamas lying in wait once again. Looking happy to take one-on-one duels. The M4, the timing's going to be so rough. He goes down short of misutaaa, yes. AMKAL will find in the first advantage I believe they've had this entire map. Can they hold on to it, though?
It's interesting. I mean, it's been paying off well for them to go for those kind of aggressions on the CT side. So I don't really blame them for continuing to try. But obviously, sometimes you are going to get caught. So the question is, do they have a plan to make up for it? They do. Stacking 3 at the A bomb site and just leaving Pyjamas on his own. It's a huge risk. He doesn't have any grenades or anything to stop them.
There is only 30 seconds, though, Anders. I am going to say that. Pyjamas, if he had any utility, it could be enough. That's going to be enough for them to rotate at this point. With no time remaining.
And Rowland has
it's a great incendiary. Yeah, that is huge. Pyjamas, I think he's good for 2 frags here, Anders.
He very well might be. Let's find out. 15 seconds. They're really running the clock down low. And the incendiary, like you said, it really slowed them down. There's one. Oh, and he's falling off. Gets the shot onto Djoko. It's fallen apart completely here. 3D Max. They had the opening. They had the right call to go to the B bomb site. But they were just maybe 5 seconds late. Otherwise, they would have beat that incendiary falling down. And they could have had the fight against Pyjamas on his own.
On this version of Inferno, the second Orange's boost is beyond OP. It's so difficult to clear that angle out, especially if a crossfire from like Coffins or Emo. Very difficult. You have to literally go so deep in towards the pool, and by the time you see him, you can just see ahead, and he's got all the advantages with the sound cues as you run through, and that's why I said he's probably going to get 2 frags here. The time is so low, you don't have time to really check every position. It's chaotic. You're running through flames, and Pyjamas, there's absolutely everything required there. As we go 6-0, the perfect game from Into the Breach so far. As we see yet another partial buy here. AMKAL will have the AWP safe in the previous round, but that is about it. It's Tech9's otherwise. Still, they can win this round. They can make it work. They had the opening pick in the previous. Going to have to replicate that sort of form. They're going to stand a chance here in round number 7.
They built themselves such a nice position in that last round. It's disappointing to not see them be able to exploit it further. I've no doubt that they must feel the same way, but soldier on in this one. Let's see if the Tech9s can find an opening. I think they got closer than it seemed earlier to actually make the Tech9s work, but they ran into 2 or 3 grenades that stopped them from being able to put the kind of speed behind that you want. Again, Molotov going down, but here it is. That's crucial. Instantly locked out of the round. Rowland turning for the flashbang exercise, unable to get the kill. Yeah, that is the bomb down at the corner here, and no one's checking Thomas. He's got free control over this. A beautiful triple for him. Absolutely well controlled. Not all the bullets in the world, but he's got the accuracy to match it, and it'll be Marker going down last. So crucial. Sure, he's dead early in the round, but that's about it.
Yeah, Thomas giving them a taste of that British beef, Anders. 3 kills from the apartment. Nice controlled spray. It's pretty calm while doing that. I say that, but perhaps flustered somewhat. Like, they're having the perfect run so far. There's no smiles on the faces. They look slightly stressed, but I guess given the gravitas of the situation, it's understandable. It's all or nothing right now. 0-2 pool, and 3D Max feeling the pressure. They are yet to post a single round. They've had a couple of opportunities now. Another opening pick this round, but absolutely destroyed by Mr. Thomas. Round number 8 coming up soon, running out of time and indeed space here in MR12. Money's not amazing, but it's enough for a pretty serviceable operation going forward into round number 8. Timeout, though.
And it's like that's an interesting position that they put themselves in, because I get that they want to try and hunt down Rowland, who just got the kill over at the arch position, but still, surely someone's checking pit or apps, right? You can't just all be running in looking to the left, so...
It's not recommended. It's not recommended to say the very least, no. Just to note, Anders, guess who picked this map?
I believe it was 3D Max.
It was 3D Max. Yeah, this couldn't be going any more wrong for them. But let's see if they can post 3-4 rounds, we're all right. Still plenty of time to do so, but they've taken heavy damage en route towards the top of Banana. I think that's going back to basic to this point. Let's actually jostle for some control at the Banana. Let's just execute in towards B. I think when these sort of rounds are going down like this, you're not actually making any progress. The bomb's not being planted. There's no clutches. I think just going back to Banana control. Execute as a 5. Get a plan in. That's your best bet, because nothing else is working. The synergy's a little bit off today. They look a bit out of their depth. The aggression from into the breach, and it's been a little bit too much to handle. But Djoko, finally, a bit of map control going in their favor.
Yeah.
CTs don't have vision on that side of the map. They're going to have to keep 2 players there for now as they start to re-coordinate back towards middle. Hadji, ready to take a duel. Bravely faces the arch side and crucial defending quad.
Nobody's pushing from the CT side either. That's been another big problem for 3D Max, is they've had to deal with Rylan and misutaaa kind of going aggressive at the right times and finding some early picks, but this time they have more map control. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty nice default round. This is what we mean by default. And they've actually gone through all the protocols here. You've established Banana control. CTs can't retake. You've gone back towards middle. They don't have vision of top of middle quad, but you've allowed exercise to go down. So whatever
misutaaa has another smoke.
Fake that was supposed to be, whatever luck he was hoping to happen, it doesn't really do anything for them. So execution to be, as mentioned, is probably their best bet. They can get the second kill, no problem. They're really onto something now. Back to basics. It's worked out for them. Rylan, the last line of defense. He is toppled by Djoko, and they found their first round, no problem. There's no choice but to save at this stage. Well done, 3D Max. That's more like it. After the tactical timeout, they bounce back with a nice default, go through the basic procedures of Inferno. Banana control, mid control, remove vision, execute. That's about as basic as it gets, but it's old school for a reason, Anders, and it does work out for them.
I do reckon, though, that ITB misplayed this round a little bit, because there was not a lot of time left when the execute was actually coming into the bomb site. And I think smartly, misutaaa had put up that smoke all the way at the back towards Dark, so he'd extended that huge space behind New Box so he can sort of play on both sides. But they were all fighting. Again, when there's only about 17 seconds left, maybe wait for the rotation, maybe try and buy a little bit more time. I think they could have played it slightly slower and put some pressure on 3D Max to try and get onto the site. But as soon as 3D Max get that many kills in the bomb site, then they can focus on the rotation coming in from CT spawn. So I think there was a world in which that could have still been a pretty good round for the CT side. But 3D Max, they're happy about it. They need to replicate that a lot more. They need to do this over and over again right now.
Yeah, the start of something great. Hopefully, we don't like blowouts here. Now the RMR. Djoko on your screen. It's a good lad. But a bit of turmoil right now. Their map pick only posting a single round. Money should be absolutely fine for Into the Breach, even with the punishing loss bonus on the CT side here in ML12. They've had some pretty clean rounds, and they kept the AWP and a rifle alive, I believe. So, tactical timeout, the first 4 Into the Breach. You can see the mood starting to change on the French side, because finally finding some fortune here on Inferno. After exercise went down, it was Lucky and Djoko working in tandem. Rylan had a chance to deny the plant, but popping the smoke over, making sure he couldn't make his aggressive maneuver. It's a nice finish there. Hopefully the start of many more, because they are getting absolutely destroyed out there right now. AK's pretty much across the board. Maka will have to make do with the M4A4. That deep CT smoke once again, followed up the incendiary, kind of funnels him up the Banana. Djoko's there with the bomb as well. Needs to be very careful with that.
A bit of a late HE landing. Not doing a ton of damage, but enough to make a difference if it turns into a fight versus one of those M4A1s. Yeah, they're doing the same protocol, right? Getting a bit of Banana control, now going back to top mid to check it out.
It's honestly back to basics, and I don't mind it at all. It's okay. That is making sure they don't die at the start. They can trade out kills effectively, but Thomas might have done enough here to win the round. I'd say maybe just get out of there with the 2 frags, Anders. It's
the confidence speaking, isn't it?
It's a tantalizing prospect to get a nice triple kill to bring your team back to life, but just falling away from that one might have been the smarter option. For now, though, crucially tested. Can he hit a second? He absolutely can. The Flying Dutchman firing on all cylinders. Misses out on the quick hat trick, but should have secured the round either way. It's down to Lucky. I mentioned him coming into this series. A player to watch out for. Incredibly talented. We'll see if he can make anything of this one. 40 seconds. Time on his side. Bomb on his back, which will now be planted. CT's can allow that. No one needs to be sacrificed and run through the smoke. Go in together with maximum trade potential with all 3 players.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard for him to win this fight as they're coming up, but a nice headshot to begin with. They're right behind him, both doubling up. There's another headshot, finally. BeMask comes in to save the day for his team. That was about to get way out of control. Yeah, gonna run back and pick up the AWP, that's fine, but there was definitely a world in which Lucky could have won that one.
Okay, it's making sure he definitely had the bomb there. Felt like more time had expired than it had. 8-1. Still a very expensive round there for Into the Breach. They are brittle, fragile, going forward financially. So this is a bit of a must-win round. If they don't win the next one, Anders, they might give up the remainder of rounds available. Sure, they've already got a nice haul here, but financially speaking, they are in a tough spot. Crucial had to hit that second shot to guarantee the round. Would have been a beautiful hat trick if he found the third. Not meant to be, but 3D Max to the bomb plan and success in the previous. They have a nice, healthy buy. We'll have a look if there's any concessions to be made on the CT side. Rallen's only got a USP for now. Hello?
Surely not.
That can't be right.
Yeah, I feel like something is missing, but
Rallen?
to be honest, I didn't see any weapons in spawn either.
Is he running back? Oh no. You don't see this too often. Please, there be a gun. Has he got something? A UMP. That'll do.
Well, while that's happening, Thomas is out looking for kills. So you know what? It's all good, Henry. Let's not worry about it too much. Taking a long-range fight and defeating Haji as well at range.
Yo.
Who cares about the UMP? Thomas is on a roll.
Still watching a frag movie right now. We've got background music.
Yeah.
We've got aggressive play. It's like watching deathmatch. Thomas is rushing down second middle, making light work of everyone in his path. He's got a chance for a third here. Can he convert? Again, maybe overstepping the mark, Anders. After finding two fantastic frags, it has to be said, he's given them a slight chance. We talked about his second orange boost, though. It's one of my favorites, and for good reason. It's so difficult to flush them out. Takes a lot of aggro away from the other players on the bomb site. And Maka, I don't think he's going to be winning this one. Would love to be proven wrong, though. It would be absolutely unbelievable to find this one. 50 seconds, flashbangs being deployed. This is Into the Breach's round to lose.
There it is, Marco. You could see a little bit desperate, hoping that he's going to get another challenge somewhere. Crucial practically dead here, so chance maybe. Molotov could actually maybe block him in. That's going to land right on top, but he will step out of the flames just in time. 25 seconds, and he's slowly getting boxed in. The UMP's making his way up right behind him, so he's running out of space for this one. Crucial, couldn't have been in a better position. Going to find the kill on Maka at the end, and make it a 9-1 scoreline.
And as I said, there was a slight lifeline for 3D Max. Financially speaking, if they won that round, they probably pick up the remaining three. But not going to happen now. Oh, Lord. Okay. You hate to see that, but love to watch Thomas frag like this. Confidence has been the operative word, I think, for Into the Breach here. They've turned up like a different-looking team. Like they looked weak and lost in the first day. This is much different now. I guess some pressure's been alleviated. It's already gone as bad as it possibly can.
Yeah.
You've shaken off the nerves. You've got to turn up and play in this best of three. And my God, have they ever. 9-1 and their opponent's pick. Rallen, yet another opening frag. We're Into the Breach here. Beautiful grenades. Djoko takes a boatload of damage. Now, will they be happy with their advantage here, or will they peel off? It seems to be they're going for more and more. It's going to potentially cost them the round as well. Thomas has been playing fantastically well. 12 kills so far. Makes things very uncomfortable. Finds himself yet another kill. 3 versus 2. Powerful smoke deployed. Djoko will have to respect it, almost certainly.
Yeah, they're waiting for exercise. He's on the other side towards Arch, so got plenty of time. See if he can make this work. If he finds the kill on Rallen, the round is back on again. But Rallen's sleeping a little bit. Might have been looking at a teammate's monitor or the radar, but either way, he's dead, and that's opening up everything back again.
Yeah, he must have been looking at the radar. Reaction time's not quite on point otherwise. Either way, it's given 3D Max a window into the round. Djoko about half HP. The retake will certainly be attempted here. They've got 3 flashbangs between them on the CT side. Thomas and Crucial, the old tag team duo, trying to make this one possible. Great smoke from 3D Max, going to make things very uncomfortable now.
Yeah, you can either try and boost up, or you can try and flash your way through. They're going to go the slightly slower route here with the boost. Not going to find anything. No one's really looking for it. Now they come walking through. Flash to set it up here. Exercise going to be going down. You have to win this round here, 3D Max. You put so much work into it already. Good headshot, Djoko. And the Molotov on top. That should secure it. Even if Thomas gets that one, has to run back in and he realizes, yeah, there's nothing he could do. Try to hide in the corner. I don't think that's going to be possible either.
No, he goes down.
Oh, that's a great round for 3D Max. They needed it so badly.
It all comes down to that Rallen frag.
Yeah.
He had, what, a good half a second before he even reacted there. It was, I assume you're right. It looked like he was in radar mode, but not a blunder they could afford at this stage. Djoko, some fancy shots there. I'm enjoying that. That was the moment where Rallen went down. The retake was looking pretty good. Thomas with a nice shot, but no time. in the 1 versus 2. Final round. As we said, the money was brittle on the CT side. 9-2, should be 9-3. Certainly recover. When MR12, Anders, we've seen some ridiculous comebacks.
It happens all the time, yeah. It's really worth keeping an eye on. But look at this, into the breach. They wanted to put some pressure on with the MP9s. They wanted to fight up close, and somehow Crucial has found a double kill. I don't even know how. It's through the smoke and everything. Still, a man advantage of 3D Max. They should be able to secure this one. They know that Thomas is back there. Some of the smoke is fading, and that's a chicken running out of it. I think they might have distracted Thomas a little bit. It'll be lucky to get the last kill. 9-3, 3D Max. It's very, very late in this opening map to get something, but at least they get a couple of rounds.
3 will do. It didn't look like they're going to get more than 1 at one stage, so yeah, they'll absolutely take that. It's into the breach. We have a nice haul of rounds, though. They'll be feeling comfortable on their opponent's pick here. If you're joining us, welcome to the latter stages of Day 2 here at the PGL Major RMR. Live from Bucharest. This is the long road to Copenhagen. Right now, both of these teams scraping the bottom of the barrel in the 0-2 pool, battling their way through the best of 3s. Will have to be 3 clean wins in a row at this stage just to attend the event. Doesn't look good, considering the names we're watching right now. Into the breach, much better than what we've seen in the first 2 outings, but can they convert? There's still every opportunity for them to lose this game. All it takes is a pistol, first gun round going against you, Anders, and MR12 can turn on his head very quickly. And this is their map for a reason. I'm sure they're not going to let it slip by.
I do. I appreciate what you're saying, though, because there is a real energy switch that's happened on Into the Breach, which is really worth noting. They look so flat in their first couple of maps. This is a real change. Maybe sometimes it's too much, like we've been saying. Sometimes Thomas is kind of sticking around for a little bit too long.
Yeah,
but,
I guess he probably feels like he has to do
I think so.
a bit more. Because he's fragging so well, he's finding these confident frags, and we've got the
It's your favorites.
It is. I used it last night. I played like 4 games last night. I brought it out twice and got 2 kills again. I've got 100%.
You're a convert, Henry. A heretic, some might say.
And this is the position I use as well. I thought to myself, what's going to be the most effective way? Behind the half wall, I got a guaranteed frag. I think they've secretly buffed it, because in CSGO, you couldn't always get a guaranteed kill.
No.
It connects at the right distance, you always get the frag. And there it is, gives him a lethal dose of the Edison medicine, 20,000 volts to the spine, Anders.
Oh, that's beautiful right there. 3 people left on ITB. Just about a minute on the clock here. They're running into the dualies. misutaaa, though, good headshot. We'll bring down Mako, makes it a bit more durable. Haji hesitates, stumbles for a second, and he's out of the round. The bomb is going to be planted here. Suddenly, it's turned against 3D Max. They must win this round. And look at the Molotov there on misutaaa. If he can get out, they're not going to have a smoke and a kid in this kind of a round. So that Molotov could be everything to them.
Oh, that's such a powerful smoke as well. We just saw that towards the end of the first half, especially on the pistol. You've got no utility, no kits, potentially no armor on one of these players. You're in a lot of trouble. Djoko, though, continuing that strong form we saw towards the end of the first half. He hits a stunning headshot in towards the face of Rallen, but misutaaa equals him in kind, as we do see Into the Breach find double digits very early on. And on the CT side as well, you're likely to take the full eco on the second, but it is Inferno, Anders. It's very pokey and tight, this version. So maybe you go for the CZs and MP9s and try and make it work. I guess you probably need to at this stage.
Especially, yeah, because you're falling so far behind at the stage here. Wow. Yeah.
So, do you remember in CSGO, we'd see like sometimes you see like 85 damage.
Yes.
In CS2, if you connect to it at a reasonable range, it seems to get you a guaranteed frag every time, which is kind of OP. Like, I think you're going to see a lot of that in the game this year.
So I spent half of CSGO asking for run boosted Zeus. So I'm saying now is the time, you know, if they buff
I think it's
it.
that you weigh twice as much when you've got it in hand, that you move like half speed. That's how they've kind of compromised it. So maybe the run boost, I haven't tested that. Maybe that is something.
Just saying, it would be devastating.
So,
what a way to get started.
They have Force Sport. As Anders mentioned, it's kind of a necessity at this stage. You have to win this round. If you lose this one, there's not enough breathing room. You're going to give it up. On a map like Inferno, though, the reason it's not really played, it looks beautiful. Aesthetically, it's very pleasing. But in terms of gameplay, it's just too tight. The incendiaries and the smokes are too powerful. If you get 3 smokes over towards the banana area, you can just lock them out pretty much the entire round. You don't have to have very specialized grenades at this stage. It needs to be a bit wider, this map in general. But we'll see. 3D Max can hold on. They've got a nice double stack here. Don't need to be part of that fight, Rallen. He knows it as well. The grenade to hold them at bay.
Reasonable choice.
So the fact he's got 1 player there, they're assuming there's some sort of stack. You wouldn't just have 1 MP9 in that area. You're probably covering bedroom as well, but they're using that information wisely. Starting to investigate other options. Back towards B we go. they know the time's of the essence. The CTs will be aware of this as well, so they're trying to get through before the CTs rotate over. Nice incendiary. That makes things a lot more uncomfortable. They might have to go back towards A at this stage. We'll see. They've got 4 players inside of the map with 30 seconds remaining. I assume they continue, but the flashbang is absolutely stunning, but the follow-up shots save the day here. One more player on the bomb site here, and it looks like
burned.
Crisis is averted. We've got one more CT. Would need a triple kill. With that spray down, it's not going to happen. That's a massive round for Into the Breach to pick up. We go 11-3. Technically, you would normally eco here, Anders. You might consider this force buying again.
Marker burned at the back of the bomb site. Otherwise, he would have been there. That was the extra play you were talking about.
Oh, you're right.
So
wait, so he ran into the flames?
Yeah.
Oh, he was blind, and then
he can't see a thing. He's just burning live back here.
You're right. So
that's devastating.
Yep. Okay. Well spotted. I didn't see that. So he was at the back, and I was like, okay, it's time to strike, but...
Yeah, with that little time left, that could have been really sick. That could have changed everything, but he just couldn't see anything. Oh my god, that's a harder way to go. 11-3 is the scoreline, and ITB 2 rounds away from picking up their opponent's map pick here. That's sick.
And pretty much a bit of a gimme here. Some open runway for Into the Breach. They're up against not very much at all. They did not force buy. Maka will present a scout, some Deagles, some 5.7s, but no Kevlar. It's about as bad as it gets out there in Inferno. They need an absolute miracle of a round here to stand a chance and avoid map point.
Look at Thomas go. It's on rails for him, if you'll excuse the connection.
I like that. We don't get enough tank engine references here. Did that make it to Denmark, that show?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
I've watched a lot of it, Henry, with the kids and everything.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite things.
Are you watching the original, like the CGI version?
No, the original
Okay,
stuff.
great stuff.
Don't worry about it. We've got that on lockdown. 55 seconds here. Smoking off pit, molotoving towards the bicycle. They're doing everything that they need to at the moment to clear out the bomb site. Really taking control of this round. No issues whatsoever. Maybe except for the scout hiding in the library, but that's a minor concern at this point in time, as they pretty much cleaned up the round. It's going to be 12-3 in favor of Into the Breach. Very, very different team that we're seeing here from the first couple of matches that we covered. Like we mentioned, they had 4 rounds combined in their first 2 maps. So this is a very, very different affair.
It's not bad, is it?
Oh, you'll take it.
And that should be all she wrote, to be honest with you, because 3Max will now need a massive haul of rounds at this stage. 9 in a row. Just take us to overtime. Sure, it's their map pick. Sure, it's CT side. But I don't know, the way they're playing right now, I don't think they have enough buffer to make this one a possibility. It's going to be a compromise buy to kick things off here. Famous for Lucky. Little to no grenades on Haji. We'll see whether this setup with no kits will be enough to get them through. In terms of helmet watch, 2 players of Outlet's exercise. Mac up, very squishy to those Mac 10s. Haji's gone down with absolutely nothing. This could be the beginning of the end.
It's been a really tough game for Haji, hasn't it? He's 3-15 right now. Needs more rounds to try and make up for it. His team fighting for it. Marcus going to get a shot there onto Thomas, and Exercise hit the crosshair in the wrong position. Looked like he could have the kill. He had plenty of time, but he just couldn't connect the bullets. Djoko and Lucky left 2 versus 3. And again, Into the Breach in a good position to try and win this round.
Oh, absolutely true. Should be enough here. Should be more than enough. They've got so much control. Just need to get that bomb planted. Lovely utility as well. Smoke down, Molotov directly behind it. A chance they get a cheeky kill through the smoke. Even if that connects, there's no guarantee they're going to win the round.
Another smoke going down right on top. You see it's landing right here. Once you hear that smoke going down, it's so devastating. They have a Molotov on Djoko, so at the very least they can try something, but they're not even getting through the smoke at the moment, completely blocked out. And I think time is simply up for this one. I don't think they even have the time to do anything with. Sure, now they threw the Molotov, but it's way too late. Djoko's dead, and Lucky soon to follow. 13-3 as Into the Breach take the opening map.
Much better. That's the team we know from the Paris Major.
It is.
This is the squad that looks like they could cause some damage once again. MVP for me, Thomas, hands down. Sure, maybe a little bit too confident at times. We'll take that over a cagey and scared team we
100%.
saw on the first day.